Do you mind talking a little bit about how this running relates to your sobriety and how maybe you came to that point or how they intersected?
Absolutely. How does the running is a big piece of my recovery. It's not something I depend on for my recovery. When I say recovery, I mean recovery from alcohol and drug abuse, or addiction rather. Running can't be the answer to my recovery because I'm gonna get injured, I'm gonna get hurt. The running might not always be there, but it is good therapy. And I find that at these races of ultra long distances, there are many people like me there. You really have to get to know yourself. When I'm out on mile 80, I've pulled off every possible mask that I might possibly wear. I'm getting down to the core of who I am. And so there's that sort of dichotomy too, if you will. What's the draw of running 100 miles, a friend asks. Like, in a sentence, what's the draw? She's right to aim for the short answer. People have things to do. It's so beautiful out there in the middle of the night, I say, even when it's really hurting. Night running is magic. There's something very spiritual about ultras too. I sometimes have this little feeling near the end that I don't want it to end. There's a lovely solitude that comes from being on the trail at night, even when running with others. A sense of peace, a sense of being in a holy place, a sense of being holy, a sense of being whole. I feel closer to God, my higher power, the universe, that thing that beats within all of us, than I do at almost any other time. Somehow, the harmony of everything becomes apparent. An ultra is an extended prayer, an offering of gratitude to be alive, breathing, doing this thing I love, this thing I was built to do. It's not the hardest thing I've ever done, not even close. Those are things we don't want to do. Funerals, prisons, divorce, dentists. The running I pay to do. We're just playing in the woods. I knew my addiction was bigger than me, and I knew there had to be something in this universe bigger than it. I reached out to that higher power. I strung one moment to the next, breath by sober breath, and I was miserable without the chemicals. I haven't had a drink or a mind-altering substance since that day. I'm grateful for that, and I feel blessed, lucky, visited by grace. No different from the addicts I've visited in prison and hospitals or the ones I've buried. And I'm not cured. This disease will always be with me, a part of me. So I go to 12-step meetings and work those steps. I surround myself with supportive people. I avoid places and things I shouldn't be around. I pray and meditate. I help others and ask for help when I need it. I do my best to live in a way that makes up for the things I've done in the past, to make daily living amends to others and to myself. I try to do no harm each day, to live and let live. And I run. I've run all my life, off and on. I ran as a kid in South Louisiana. I ran cross country and track for Coach Jim Dean at Osseo High School. I even ran a 5K during my last alcoholic bender. I don't recall the race, but I still have the t-shirt. I ran in my early recovery, a puffy and bloated mess. Running doesn't keep me sober. That's not how this works, but it does help me connect to that spiritual life which keeps me sober. When I'm running well, I'm floating, barely touching the earth. I'm doing what I was made to do, no matter how awkward or ungraceful my form is. I am motion interacting with the elements. I am one with all that is. I can't think of a better way to spend an empty day than on the trails. Running is my prayer, a way of finding gratitude. Running trails is my meditation. It puts me more in the present moment than anything I do. I love the solitude of running long and the humility of running ultramarathons.